Hello, and welcome to another episode of Broadcast Movie and TV Talk. This is it. This is the video that will wrap up everything from my previous two movie and TV talk videos, because finally I am talking about the currently last movie in the Saw franchise, and that is the first spin-off film titled Spiral from the Book of Saw. Remember, there will be spoilers. As this movie is a spin-off, it's actually pretty different from the typical Saw movie. This is because this movie focuses more on the police investigation side of things and shows a lot less traps. So if you go into this expecting more traps, you're gonna be pretty disappointed. This movie follows a police officer named Zeke, who is the son of the guy that was the police chief at the precinct that Zeke works at currently. Zeke is the typical loner cop until the current police chief sticks in with a rookie. Now, what I find strange about this movie is that when they do the Saw stuff, they leave a recording or whatever. They don't use the doll thing that John would use, but they lean really into the pig mask stuff. I find it a little bit strange that they do that. Anyway, Zeke has to investigate some clues left behind by, I guess it's the Spiral Killer now, and his dad gets involved, and in the end, the person orchestrating everything is the partner that Zeke gets assigned, who even at one point fakes his own death and all that. He captures Zeke's dad, and his whole motivation is because the precinct is full of dirty cops, and that this is his method of cleansing the station, and that seems a great idea, but Zeke just wants to get his dad back, but the bad guy gets away anyways. I don't know how best to explain it well enough, besides the fact that you should just watch the movie for yourself. But what did I think of Spiral? Well, watching this at the end of a marathon of all the Saw movies kind of adds to the disappointment of the fact that there are less traps that in this movie. I believe they only show 3 or 4 traps in Spiral, whereas the other Saw movies have way more. Even entire plots where it's just a group going through a series of traps. This movie doesn't follow any of the continuity from the past movies or any returning characters from those movies, so again, you may be disappointed by that. I was not really. One thing is that I'm not a fan of Zeke because I'm not a fan of Chris Rock. Sometimes I feel like the guy would just not stop talking, like the director just told him to keep talking, and he does that, and honestly, it's kind of annoying. It was interesting seeing Sam Jackson in a movie like this, but he did really well. I was also not a fan of the bad guy because we never get to see why he turns to the work of John Kramer. It may not matter to some people, but I feel like the guy would have some knowledge of Kramer's work to be able to do something similar, albeit not done as well as John Kramer, because no one can do things as well as John Kramer can in this universe, it seems like. But yeah, I just am curious why he did that, but we never get an explanation on that. Spiral is still an interesting story, but it just feels so far removed from the Saw franchise that even calling it a spin-off seems a little far-fetched. Spiral from the Book of Saw is an average movie. That's all I have to say, so if you like what you see and hear, feel free to subscribe. If you want to add to the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.